All right, we're going to be ranking chess time controls here. I've got so many ads on Tier Maker, but it's fine. We're just going to ignore them. I've just grabbed a screenshot of all the, I'd say, basic time controls and a few extras from chess.com. We've got Bullet, Blitz, and Rapid, and I'm just going to start ranking them, starting with Bullet. We're going to start with 1 minute chess. So my criteria for ranking is basically going to be based on fun and a little bit based on how useful they are. Obviously, with Bullet and Blitz, that's not useful really at all. You're not going to improve playing Bullet and Blitz time controls, but that's where fun comes in. So with 1 minute chess, this is going straight up into S tier. I am not going to have very many S tiers at all, but 1 minute is perfect. I love this time control. I am mainly a blitz player. 1 minute does not give me enough time. However, it does give you enough time to just have some fun. Let's say I've got a minute. Let's say I'm on the toilet or something. Let's say I'm in the car or something. I don't know. I just have a few minutes to kill. Just throw on a 1 minute game on my phone, and it's so good. 1+1, you don't get a lot of players playing 1+1, especially at above the 2000 level. You're not seeing anyone playing this. I'm gonna go ahead and put 1+1, I think, in C tier. I do like it, but if I'm gonna play 1+1, why don't I just play 3 minute, or why don't I just play 2+1? I don't know. I don't really like 1+1 because it feels like Bullet and you want to play quickly, but then it's like, well, if you make a mistake, they have time to actually react and actually bunker down and destroy you. Whereas if you move too slowly and start to think, then you do run out of time. I don't know. I just hate 1+1. 2+1, however, I'm gonna put that one in B tier. I do like 2+1. I am a bit of a fan of it. I play it on occasion. However, I don't like that it's a bullet time control. I feel like it's suited better for Blitz. It's almost like Blitz. You usually end up spending more time playing a 2+1 game than you do a 3 minute game, because while it is just adding 1 second and you need to play 60 moves to get up to the same amount of time as a 3 minute game, there is a little extra delay there too. So it really feels like longer than a 3 minute game. I don't know. I just feel like it belongs in B tier. It's okay, and I like it better than 1+1. I play it on occasion. Maybe there's a 2+1 tournament or something, but not my favorite. 3 minute, instant S tier. In fact, top of S tier. This is my favorite time control. 3 minutes, what I play. I have thousands upon thousands of games in 3 minute blitz chess. I love the no increment. The time is a huge factor. Just knowing your opening and just playing it to get into a middle game where you can think for a little bit, and then being able to blitz out the end game as well. And it is just a perfect time control. It only takes 6 minutes per game, so it's again a similar thing to 1 minute, where if there's time for a quick little game, you can just put it on. But it's not like 1 minute where you have to move instantly. You do have time to think. I think it's the best time control that there is. 3+2, I'm going to go ahead and put it A tier. It is very similar to 3 minute, but there's even more time to think, and I think the you can learn more from it, which is better than 3 minute. I suppose you can try out new openings, do a little more thinking. You're still not going to be learning a ton, but it is still good. In a similar vein, I'm going to put 5 minute up in A tier as well, a little bit below 3+2, but it's almost the same amount of time per game. And it's just a similar thing where you're going to have more time to think, more time to, think through everything. And you learn a bit when you're playing a 5 minute blitz game. Going into rapid, 10 minutes is going straight up into the third tier of S tier. In fact, I'm going to put it higher than 1 minute, and we're going to put it right here. 10 minute is probably one of the best if you are on the higher end of the rating ladder. This is the best time control you can play to practice. I truly believe that. If you're training for a tournament, you should be playing longer games against training partners. But if you're just playing to improve a little bit or try out some new openings or just to get more experience, 10 minute is the absolute time control you should be playing. Now, we're going to put 10+5 and 15+10 both in A tier, because I think these are, and in fact, I'm going to put 10+5 over here. I think these are the absolute best time controls you can play, like maybe top of S, if you are below 1500, let's say. I think 10+5 and 15+10 are perfect. Once you start getting above that, you don't need all this time. And there's not enough time, I should say. You don't need so much where you need so much increment, and you don't need all that. It's just not, no. But when you are below that 1500, you want more time to think, you want more time to use your openings. This, I think, is perfect. I think nobody's going to have a quarrel with putting especially 15 plus 10 up here. This is the one time control when you're starting out. I think 15 plus 10 is what you should be playing to try and get better. Before we get into the daily tiers, I want to put in a few of these extras that I had. 30-second hyper bullet, I'm going to put in D tier. You can't think. It's not fun because you just move, and hope they don't sack something. You can think for maybe 10 seconds until you get into the end game, and then all of a sudden you have no time and you just run out of time. I've played so many hyper bullet tournaments on Lichess. I don't find it fun. I don't think it's a great time. I find it fun on occasion. Let's say I have 10 minutes to spare and I play 10 games. Sure, that's fine. I just don't like it. I don't know. It's not my favorite. 5 plus 3, I'm going to go ahead and put in B tier. I think it's fine. I think similar to 2 plus 1, it's almost like rapid. It's not really like Blitz. People are taking forever, but you want to play fast still because you only have 5 minutes on the clock. You don't have enough time to think, but there's too much time. I don't know. It's a weird thing where you want to think for longer because you have this increment, but you don't want to because it is still Blitz. Now let's get into daily. I'm going to put 1 day in B tier. I don't really like daily too much. I think 1 day is probably the best you can play for actual improvement. You have time to actually think, as much time as you want, in fact. It's not forcing you to sit down for an hour and play a full game. You can just look at the position for 5 minutes, and then you play usually multiple moves within the day, within the 24 hours, and you'll usually remember the position every time you come back to it, which is not true for 7 days. I'm going to go with and put in F tier. I think 7 days is a terrible time control. By the time I actually get back to the position, I don't remember it. It's been, maybe my opponent took 3 days and I took 4 days. Now it's been a whole week since I last saw this position. No, hate it. I'm always forgetting what's going on. I'm not actually always hanging pieces, but like it feels like I'm about to hang pieces because I don't want to sit down for 20 minutes and think about a position that I haven't seen in a week. It's easier just to remember the position, go through it again. 3 days, I'm going to go ahead and actually put an A tier. So similar to 7 days where you're not really remembering the position all the time, I think 3 days is just fun because some days I'm just not feeling it. That's why I think it's better than 1 day, is because some days I just don't want to play chess, so I don't want to make my move. Well, that's fine. I can just take a day off when I have 3 days, and I can come back the next day or even the next day. And I'll still somewhat have the position in my brain. It's a little foggy by that point, but I still somewhat have it, and I can come back and make a good move. And we can get a good game going for a good couple weeks too. I play 3 days with most of my friends that I have daily games with, so I think this is probably the best daily time control. Now 30 and 60 minutes, I just kind of threw in here at the end. These are additional rapid time controls. They're not on the standard rapid. I'm going to put 60 minutes. I'm going to put it in D tier. It's great if you have a trading partner. Play 60-minute games, and if you have a lot of time. It takes 2 hours, though. If you both take all your time, 2 hours is a long time to sit down and play an online game. If you're playing in person, sure, go ahead, play 60 minutes. That's great. I love playing tournaments that have 60-minute games. It's like Fast Classical. That's nice. Not online. It's just not fun. And if let's say you get into a winning position after like 10 moves or after even 10 minutes, you've got to sit there for another 2 hours trying to convert. But 30 minutes, I'm putting in S tier. Now, this may seem insane. I like setting up a physical board and making the moves as my opponents make them online. I'll play them on the board and then play them back online. I think this is the perfect time control. I love 30 minutes, and it gives me a lot of time to think. It's really good practice for classical, and yeah, it might seem weird up here, but I just realized 1 from Bullet, 1 from Blitz, 1 from Rapid, and 1 from Fast Classical, I suppose. But let me know what you guys think. I think this is a pretty good tier list, and at least in my brain, I'd be willing to discuss it in the comments. So let's get some discussion going, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.